Okay, so we started with Yakako. Um, I'm gonna keep rolling with Yakako for a bit. I think I need to turn this down. No, it's at the same like volume that it was last time. What? Don't be a quitter. I just got an achievement. Hold on. Play the game again after 3 days? Okay. Two things to remember, Yakako Sakazaki. The information they gained from the spirit board suggests that Michio's death was not a suicide. When they continue to press the spirit board for the location of the rite of resurrection, a curse echo suddenly appears. 1 week ago. Oh, I'm supposed to be looking. Hey, did you hear? Someone from our school committed suicide. What? Really? Who? I heard that Michio from Class C, right? No way. Michio? She'd been acting pretty strange lately, but I still can't believe it. Did you hear about Michio in Class C? Yeah, she seemed like the stereotypical horror student in her first year, but she stopped showing up to class and her grades started dropping after her 3rd semester. So she offed herself because her grades were bad? No fair. What the fuck? Just thinking about practice tests makes me want to die too. All anyone cares about is test scores, and I couldn't get that last bit out. Okay, the game is a little loud. I'm gonna turn it down a little bit more. Did you know? I heard Michio's mom remarried last year. They say her new stepdad is a total jerk. Really? How so? Like, he'd peek on her while she changes and couldn't keep his hands off her. Now the music's too quiet. I even heard he's an ex-con. If she resists, he'll get violent. That's so scary. No way, I couldn't take that. I'd probably think about killing myself too if I had to deal with someone like that at my house. Jesus Christ, these kids, man. You hear about suicides on the news, but for it to happen here, it's a little uneasy. By the way, isn't there a girl who transferred into Class C recently? Oh, I heard about her. She's gloomy, doesn't stand out much. Did you know that the school she was at before she transferred also had a suicide? What? For real? That seems like kind of fishy. Oi. Is this my teacher? Hey, why does he look like ginger root? why why Hold on, I gotta take a screenshot real quick. And then I'm gonna send this to I'd be hell no. Why they put ginger root in the game? Okay. Let me fix my face. There we go. There might be some of you who already know, but a member of our class, Michio Shiraishi, passed away last night. Okay, calm down. I know this comes as a surprise, but please keep quiet. The cause of death is still under investigation, and there's nothing we know for certain at the moment. Detailed investigation reports will come from the police, so please don't go spreading any rumors. Got it? We're sending everyone home for today. No dilly-dallying on your way. School will be off tomorrow as well. Hey you, stop celebrating. Show some respect. There will be a memorial service scheduled next week at the school assembly, if anyone wishes to pay their respects individually. Several days later. Yako? Sorry to bug you. It's just, you seem a little different from your usual self. I hope I'm not being a nosy. Thank you, Kurosuzu. But thanks, Mio. Was I acting that strangely? Yeah, enough to make me worry. If you want to talk, I'm happy to listen. Yeah, this is perfect timing. There's actually something I want to ask you. Yeah? Hey, Mio? You know about the rite of resurrection, right? Yeah, it's that thing Mr. Araishi apparently discovered and wrote an article about. I doubt there's many people who don't know. He's always talking about it. Do you believe it's real? Huh? Well, it sounds a little too good to be true to me. But on the off chance that it really works, we could bring back Michio. Oh, we could bring Michio back to life with it. I want to find it if there's even the slightest chance of bringing Michio back. But how will you look for it? Right, that's the thing. Michio, I wonder why she had to die. She didn't leave a note or anything, but they announced that it was a suicide. That can't be right. She would never kill herself. Michio was so happy and always looked on the bright side of things. She loved coming to school. I know she was going through some hard times, but for her to kill herself? I never got a chance to speak with her. She was often absent from school, and when she did come in, she looked depressed. You're right. And that's why everyone was so willing to accept that she committed suicide. They acted like they cared, but all they did was gossip about it. They put together little pieces of information and spread rumors like it's the truth. Isn't that terrible? Yes, it is. I've heard some that are really awful. In the end, the only reason they're able to say stuff like that is because they aren't personally involved. It's true that she didn't get along with her new stepdad, and that her grades went down. But to say things like, how sad, no wonder she killed herself. How dare they? She always told me she was okay whenever I talked with her because I was worried. She would have told me if there was something bothering her so badly she'd kill herself over it. Uh-huh. I won't let Michio's death be written off like this. Like, maybe she got caught up in something bad. Something bad? People have been talking about that body found in former Yasuda Gardens, right? Some are saying that this town is cursed or something. Yes, there has been a strange feeling around things recently. You see that side glance that she had? You know that spirit board thing that everyone's been doing? Where you summon a spirit and ask it whatever you want? Yeah, I know it. I want to try it out. There's something I want to know. Why are you telling me this? I mean, you seem like the type to know about this stuff. Oh, I do? Yeah, you look like you're really into that occult stuff, you know? You've got that kind of gloomy look. Huh. I don't know how I should feel about that. But you do know how to do it, right? Well, yes. I think I probably know a little more than most. Okay, please help me. You're my only hope. The thing you want to ask, is it... Yeah, I want to know the truth behind Michio's death. And where the rite of resurrection is hidden. I see. I don't know if getting the answer to those questions will be as easy as you hope. Please, the teachers and police aren't any help, and there's only so much I can do alone. If there's even the slightest chance, then... Well... Okay. If that would make you feel better, then I'll help. Yes, thank you, Mio! Okay, then tomorrow after dark. Yahoo! Cause of death, body discovered 1 week ago, died from full body blunt force trauma in an alley off of that street, believed to have fallen from the roof. The deceased's parents have recently remarried, and rumors among the students suggest physical abuse by her stepfather. Aw, dang shit, dude. Fuck. Yakako, Sakazaki, 12 a.m. Omagata High School, Class 2C. Huh? Ah! Are you awake, Yako? Yeah, what happened? You can't remember? Let's see. We used the spirit board, and I suddenly heard something like this weird voice. And then I passed out? Yes, as far as I can tell, you aren't experiencing any negative effects. I think it was just a mild shock from how sudden it was. Ah. Ah! Was everything okay with the spirit? Yep. It was almost bad, but I got it to leave. More importantly, what is that thing you have in your hand? My hand? Whoa, what the heck is this? It looks so freaky. When did I get this? The Fool's Procession. Oh, there's so much anger and hatred held within it. It looks a little like tools that were used for ancient curses. What? That's so scary. Yako, you just said you heard a strange voice, right? Could you tell me what you heard? Anything you can recall? I think it might be connected to that object. Let's see. It felt like I was at the bottom of a dark place. Then this voice felt like it was echoing in my head. After that, it just kept shouting, "Kill them!" I see, thank you. Yako? I think you may have exactly what you need in order to use the rite of resurrection. A curse with the power to take people's lives and turn them into soul dregs. What? You mean this is a real curse? I know I said I wanted to use the rite of resurrection to bring back Michio, but why? Why me? It makes no sense. Yako, please calm down and listen. Yeah. I'm sorry about panicking. No, it's okay. Fear is something we feel in the face of the unknown. Long ago, people would give names to phenomena they couldn't understand in order to live with them. However, modern-day developments in science and culture have pushed for the rejection of things that can't be measured. And so, the paranormal has been treated like it doesn't exist. But they've been around since a long, long time ago. If you just understand, you can see that there's nothing to be afraid of. First, calming down is the most important. Accept reality for what it is. Huh? I only really gave this stuff a shot because it was popular, but you really do have a connection with this stuff, don't you? Well, I suppose to an extent. Hey, Mio, what do I do? Where do I start? Am I cursed? Am I going to die? It's okay. I'll take care of the curse. That's why I'm here in the first place. What? Trust me. I'll take care of things. It'll be alright. Thanks. I was the one who dragged you along to do the spirit board. It's fine. You're desperate to find a way to try and help your friend. But spirit boards are dangerous. You have to take them seriously. So, I'm glad you invited me. Alright, let's review everything we've learned so far and think of how to move forward. Okay. About the 7 mysteries. The mysterious voice said the curse stone is called the Fool's Procession, right? Yeah, that's from the 7 mysteries of Honjo, right? Our school is said to be connected with a story within the same name. With a story with the same name, one of the mysteries. Yeah, I don't think it's a coincidence. This is just a guess, but it's possible that you were chosen because it could feel your desire for the rite of resurrection. If this is a curse of the 7 mysteries of Honjo, then it's possible that there are others who received curses associated with the other mysteries. Yeah, that voice also said that there are other curse bearers, or whatever you call them. Not only that, apparently you can get a lot of soul dregs by killing a curse bearer. Right, that's certainly not good. Even if we have no intention of killing others with the curse, there's a chance you may be targeted if other curse bearers find us. Eep. The Eepy. We'll have to avoid anyone who has another of the curses. That means we should avoid people at night as much as possible. What is this curse? Am I cursed? Well, I've only looked into it a little, but I wouldn't quite say you're cursed. It's more like you've gained the ability to use the power of a curse. So there shouldn't be any kind of negative paranormal effect on you. The power of a curse? Do you mean this curse stone? Yes, if the curse stone is used under certain conditions, a curse will be placed on someone, taking their life and turning it into soul dregs. Soul dregs are said to be required to enact the rite of resurrection. I keep wanting to say rite of passage. Normally, a curse is a spell that would only be usable by onmyoji of considerable talent. I believe that curse stone makes it so that even normal people can use them. So, someone like me with no knowledge could curse someone? Yes, but it's still nothing to take lightly. You could end up having it redirected right at you. To tell you the truth, something unusual did happen while we were using the spirit board. It happened right around midnight, I think. This whole area seemed to be under the effect of the Feast of Shadows. The Feast of Shadows? Yes, it's a type of spell that temporarily boosts the potency of the supernatural. It also has the effect of making the powers of certain curse echoes manifest more easily. Judging by its strength, I'd say it probably covers about a 3 to 4 kilometer radius. 3 to 4 kilometers? That's big enough to cover all of Sumida City. Yes, I think the Feast of Shadows was used to cause the resentment lingering in the area to manifest as curse zones. Someone did this. But who? I don't know enough to say. But it's likely that it was done by someone who wants to uncover the rite of resurrection. This isn't something to happen naturally. I see. Then we find out that the dude at the beginning is the Onmyoji, the storyteller. A curse stone's power can only be used in this area under the influence of the Feast of Shadows. The effects also only appear after the sun has set. By setting a limit on when they can be used, the curses are strengthened. So, the curses can't be used outside this area or during the day? Correct. But speaking of limits, to actually use a curse to kill someone, it seems there are conditions that need to be met. Conditions? You mean like how my curse echo needs someone to listen to the sound it makes for 30 seconds? To be honest, I don't really understand it. Like, how do I even summon the curse echo or make the sound? Do I just, like, will it? Do you mind if I try? Stop, stop, stop! You shouldn't be using curses so willy-nilly. Even if there are conditions that have to be met, the power to kill someone without leaving behind evidence is dangerous enough. In that sense, maybe you really have been cursed. I'm sorry that you got wrapped up in this situation even though I'm here with you. It's okay, Mio. That curse stone, I think whoever holds it becomes a curse bearer. It would probably be best for me to hold on to it, but then I'd feel bad about forcing it on you. No, I sense a powerful force rejecting me. I don't think I'd be able to take it. Really? Why? If we tried separating it from you, the curse may trigger. That's how bad I sense it wants to stay with you. No way. That curse stone might look like nothing more than an old Netsuke carving. But I can sense a powerful, resentful energy from it. I don't think it's a good idea for me to even touch it. I may seem like I know what I'm doing, but I don't know how to handle something this powerful. Really? This little thing? If you threw it away and someone with bad ideas picked it up, it could be bad. I think it'd be safer to avoid the risk of getting anyone else involved and have you hold on to it for now. Well, I'm kind of freaked out. Anyways, we need to make it to daybreak. I think the curse should weaken once it's morning. I'll help you find a way to deal with it then. Okay. So, there are 2 things you should remember. First, do not fulfill the conditions while it's night. Second, should you happen to fulfill the conditions, don't use the curse. Right. I want to use the curse though. But, Mio. Yes? If this curse is real, that means I could bring back Michio if I used it, right? The rite of resurrection would be real too. Yes, that's true. But you can't do that, Yako. But it feels like it's not the time to worry about that kind of stuff. If Michio died in an accident, then I'm sure she didn't want to die. What's the issue with putting a little curse on a complete stranger? I sort of feel like it wouldn't be a big deal. What's going on with you? You're not acting like yourself, Yako. You would never even consider taking the life of another person. Is it the curse's influence on you? Maybe the curse's echo's grudge. The curse echo's grudge is rubbing off on you. Will you show it to me for a second? Is there something inside it? No, stop! Yako? Oh, I'm sorry. But it's like... I just suddenly really didn't want you to touch it. I understand. I'm sorry. But you need to give up on the rite of resurrection. What? Because that's the real curse. Using resurrection as a lure, it tempts curse bearers into using their curses. You have to resist it. Don't let yourself be deceived by some curse. But Michio could... I think for tonight, we should get you home to rest. I'll walk you. The curse's influence should subside in the morning. Okay. I'm sorry, but I'm telling you that you need to give up on the rite. It's beyond us. Even a single curse stone alone is too much to handle. Bringing back the dead isn't something so simple. I know how much it hurts, but please just focus on worrying about surviving tonight. Even now, we're in great danger. Okay, let's get going then, shall we? We'll take the same route we took to get here. Right. We'll be fine, right? There's no one else at school, is there? I think so. The night shift janitor shouldn't be patrolling this late at night either. Ah! Huh? What? Why'd the lights go out? Mio, are you okay? Hello? Mio? She's not here? What's happening? Where are you? I wonder if I, like, turn off the music. If anything will happen. Oh god, Mio, where are you? Can I turn like all the way around? Huh? Oh no, 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 oh no, oh no, what was that? Get me out of here, Mio! Mio, where are you? Yako, I'm here! Over here, can you see me? Where? I can't see anything. There you are, Mio. This way, over here. Be careful, your field of vision is being limited. Right. Dude, he almost got me. I knew the jump scare was gonna happen. Okay, so at around this time is when Yoko dies. Or lives, depending. Oh, well, technically lives. So Yoko should be seeing the spirit right about now. After Yako acquires the curse of the Fool's Procession, Mio tries to persuade her to give up going after the rite of resurrection. The effects of other curse echoes are already appearing at the school, so the two hurry to get out of the classroom. Hey, Mio, what was that just now? Could it be another curse echo, different from mine? I think so, yes. We may have been discovered by another curse bearer. Oh. Hmm? What's wrong? Shh. Someone's there, in that classroom. What? Something moved inside. Well... And... What does it mean, ignore and proceed? Is that like, ignore it and then, like, leave? Or like, ignore it and just go straight in? Let's check it out stealthily, just to... Oh, actually, we can save. Haha. It might be the curse bearer who used that curse echo just now. If we can see who it is, it might help us decide what to do later. That's true. Okay, be careful. Well, can you see anything? Try and get a look around. Bruh. It's Sensei and someone else. Oh shit. Oh shit, it's an affair. Uh-oh. Ah, huh? Is that our homeroom teacher, Mr. Jonoichi? And the person with him is Hitomi from Class A? What? Oh my, what's going on here? Ah, that bastard. He's at it again. I have to kill him. I won't let him get away with this. What? The curse. I could kill him with it. No, Yako. You can't use the curse stone. What's gotten into you? Resist it. Who's there? Is someone there? This is bad. We have to go before they see us. Dude, he looks like such a creep. Kohei Jonoichi. Jonoichi. Kohei is a English teacher and the homeroom teacher for Class 2C at Komagata High School. He was seen alone with Hitomi Okuda in a classroom late at night. Oh, she's one of those girls by Yako and Miko. Kohei was an honor student and top of his class back in his high school days. The apple of his parents' eyes, he was placed under immense pressure to attend a first-rate university. The family plans came to naught, however, when the pressure caused Kohei to sink into a deep depression and fail his entrance exam. Even at the university he was able to enter, Kohei struggled to keep up with his classes, leaving him a vain but wounded young man. Kohei never aspired to be a teacher, but figured it was the least he could do with his talents. He considers his students to be beneath him, and largely looks down on them all. What the fuck? Dude, you stink. Maybe I should have killed you. Hitomi Okuda. Female. Hitomi is a rebellious student in Class 2A at Komagata High School. On the rare occasion when she does show up to school, she skips all of her classes and spends her time hanging out on the rooftop with her fellow troublemakers. Hitomi is regarded by the teachers as one of the worst offenders among the delinquent students attending Komagata High School. Hitomi was a fairly ordinary student when she started high school. However, trouble at home in her first year had her take a turn for the worse. Oh man, I gotta like work out the sleepies. Ugh. Like when I'm like narrating like this, it like makes me want to yawn sometimes. So I just gotta work these out. She began associating with a group of delinquents from other schools with whom she'd wander around town at night to avoid returning home. Warnings from teachers about dress code and conduct violations have fallen on deaf ears, with Hitomi going on reactionary rampages around school with their friends, breaking windows and disrupting classes. Recently, some teachers have taken to using harsher measures and even corporal punishment to correct Hitomi's behavior, but this has only served to exacerbate the animosity between Hitomi and the school. Hitomi is widely regarded as the leader of the troublemakers at Komagata High School, but the title does not mean much to her. Hello, Tanuki. Hi. Oh my god, hold on. Let me go grab something to drink real quick. I've returned. Are you guys ready? Hold on, let me give you guys some of that ASMR goodness. Yeah. Okay, hold on. Maybe some carbonation will wake me up. It seems like they're not coming after us. Let's hope they didn't see our faces. But, Yako, what came over you all of a sudden? Sorry. Thanks for stopping me. It's like this uncontrollable rage suddenly welled up inside me. I wonder what's gotten into me. I can barely even remember what happened. I'm really sorry. I do think it's partly the curse's influence on you, but we certainly saw something shocking. My heart's still pounding. I'm a little surprised, he told me. I'm a little surprised, he told me from Class C. She tends to stand out a lot. Gotcha. Well, she certainly does dress like a delinquent, though she barely shows up at school. But could Mr. Junoch... Okay, what if I do that? What if I do that, huh? Because I have the music off for now. I couldn't tell. Like the sound kept getting louder. I don't like the sounds. Hold on. I'm keeping them at 0 for now. I don't like the sounds. But could Mr. Jonochi or Hitomi really be a curse bearer? I don't know, but we should be careful just in case. Yako? Hmm? When I give the signal, run. Okay, we can turn on the audio. I think. Go straight for the entrance. Don't look back, no matter what. Huh? Why? Did something happen? Something happened, didn't it? Well, what about you, Mio? I'll be fine. We'll meet up outside the school gates. If I'm not there in 10 minutes, go straight home, okay? Okay, go! Right. Yo, Mio, don't look back. Don't look back. No. But Mio. Dude, Mio was like our new girlfriend. I was low-key starting to ship Yako and Mio together. Think about it, like popular, like tough girl. Or I guess like tough girl and then like an occult girl. Dude, come on. I have to get outside. Let's see. To get to the gates, I go by the gym and... Hmm? What are you doing, miss? You shouldn't be here this late. Don't you know what time it is?
Oh, Mr. Ashiyama.
Well, if it isn't little Yako. Anyway, students aren't supposed to be... students ain't supposed to be outside playing around at night. School janitor. Makoto Ashimiya. Oh shit. I like this guy. I think. Maybe. Makoto is the janitor at Komagata High School. His predecessor was nearing retirement, so he began working as his replacement about 6 months ago. Makoto is... Makoto is popular among the students for his friendly and caring nature, going so far as to remember the names and faces of all those attending the school. He's affectionately known as Old Man Ashimiya. Although he appears to be a simple, amiable man, Makoto's occasional shrewd remarks have led to speculation among students that he may have led a far more interesting life than it seems. Whatever the truth may be, he will be remembered as one of the 7 mysteries of Komagata High School for some time to come. I know you're rough around the edges, but I didn't take you for one to act out like this.
I'm sorry. I forgot something back in the classroom.
No sass today, huh? Realize you were in the wrong, did you?
Yes.
Forgot something in your classroom, huh? You're a piece of work. But you don't have nothing on you. You don't have nothing with you.
Oh.
Wait, you do. What's that in your hand?
Huh? Well, this is what I forgot. I, got it from my grandpa. It's really important to me.
Girls these days sure do have weird tastes. Well, okay. Better head straight home if you're done. I won't tell on you. No, wait. I can't let you walk home alone like this. I can't let you walk home alone this late. Alright, wait just a little. I'll hurry and lock things up.
But...
What the fuck is that? Huh? Dude. Yeah, E2? Etu? Holy shit. That's kind of... Darn, okay. Oh gosh, all this carbonation.
Actually a friend of mine is still inside. I think they'll be here soon.
That's so. Who's your friend?
My classmate, Mio Kurosusu.
Ah, that transfer student. Breaking school rules already, huh? Didn't take her for the type.
No, I was the one who dragged her here.
Well, whatever. I'll go take a look. It'll be safer if you go home together.
Oh, right. She's in the first floor hallways. Be careful, though. You don't know what may be there.
What was that supposed to mean? First floor, yeah? I'll be right back. Oji-san, please don't... Oh, please let Mio be okay. Please let Mio be okay. Oji-san, please come out.
She's late. I've been waiting for 20 or 30 minutes, but there's no sign of her. I'm starting to get worried. I'm going to take a look.
Oh, Oji-san and Mio are dead.
Mio, are you there?
No.
Huh?
Fuck. Oh no, chat. No, Mia's dead. She only has one leg. Her leg. Oh, wait. Okay, wait. Oh, okay, okay. Guys, Mio's dead. Mio's dead. Mio's dead. Mio's dead. What? Mio, what happened? Uh, where did I go wrong this time? It's my fault. It's all my fault. I left her alone with a curse bearer. Mio. I'm sorry. The truth is, fuck. One-sided Yako is the achievement I just got. Dej. My, Aki, you seem to have arrived at a less than flavorable result. Both you and us and Uwu? For real. But this was bound to happen. There is someone who must not be trusted. Once you have an idea of who it is, be sure to come back. I am sure you'll see what you need to do differently. It is a difficult judgment for Yako Sakazaki to make, you see. This chapter will remain incomplete for now. I recommend you try another route. Now then, until next time. Okay, so I shouldn't have trusted Oji-san. Never trust an Oji-san. Alright, we'll go through here. What are you doing, miss? Ashimiya. I'm not acting out. What about you? Should you be smoking on school grounds? Well, it ain't lit, so it's alright. It's, an accessory. Hey, don't go changing the subject. There's just no letting my guard down with you. So, why are you here so late? Well, I forgot something in my classroom. Again, you're a piece of work. You got nothing with you. Oh, what's that in your hand, huh? Do I have my music on? Yeah, I do. Okay. It doesn't let me do it. Okay. We're gonna go back to the story chart because it's just gonna start over again. Oh fuck. Was there something I had to do here? I don't think the teacher. I'm gonna just do that just in case. No, okay, that's not it. I guess I have to kill the teacher. Doesn't make sense though. I don't think the teacher's the bad guy here. I think it might be the janitor, because we didn't see him. You know what? What if I just barge in, huh? Let's just barge in. How about that?
We don't... Oh,
That's also a thing. Okay.
we don't need to check it out, right? Let's hurry and get out of here. Maybe... the person who used the cursed echo may be in there. If we could just see who it is, it could help us later.
Okay, that doesn't matter, I guess.
Right. Okay, just a glimpse. Be careful.
Oh. Okay, I guess we're gonna have to kill him.
Hey! Die. Die, Mr. Jonoichi.
What is this sound?
No, Yako! Stop! You'll kill him. You'll kill Hitomi too. I have to do something. Ha! Huh? Hey, over there. Who's there? I was seen? It didn't work. Run! Hurry!
Hmm. Okay, so this is still like the same. What the fuck? Okay. And then Ashimiya again. Let's be sassy with the motherfucker. Maybe there's something. Wait a minute. Okay, weird. What happens if I just sit here and wait? Nothing. Okay, maybe there's a chance that because I attacked, Mio might be okay. Komagata, high school entrance. Mataram. Oh man, dude, it's Jover, dude. It's Jover. Fuck, dude, what does it want me to do? Like, I can't check my inventory or anything. Where did I go wrong? I lost a friend. Somewhere alone in the bitterness. And I would have stayed up you all night. Had I known how to save a life. Oh, okay. So audio does not matter. There is someone who must not be trusted. Once you have an idea of who it is, be sure to come back. I'm sure you'll see what you need to do differently. It is a difficult judgment for Yako Sakazaki to make, you see. Alright, let's try again. It's a difficult decision for her to make. Hmm. Nah, I ain't seen nothing. I have to have them listen to it for 30 seconds. So we'll just wait. I almost forgot. If we just have them listen to it for 30 seconds, they should die. I think it's been 30 seconds, chat. What? Okay, what if... Okay. So she tells me to run. And then I don't do anything. I know the more we die, the clearer the hints get. Look back, look back. Ugh. All right, let's just speed through this and try and leave. It's Jover. It's gotta be Jover. It's gotta be Jover. Do I have to go back further or something? That wouldn't make sense, would it? What do you want from me? Give me the hint. Do I have to play another route? Hold on. I'm gonna have to let me check. Huh? Okay, hold on. Okay. Okay. So we do have to play like somebody else's like route. So we've effectively reached a dead end with Yako, and we have to play somebody else to continue. So let's go Tetsuo. Tetsuo Tsutsumi, Chief Inspector of the Metropolitan Police Department. First Investigative Division is investigating, Jesus Christ, how many times? The mysterious death of a fellow officer. He visits the scene of the incident, the former Yasuda Gardens, with his subordinate Jun Erio. Swag. Hey boss, forensics is all done. The crime scene is clean. The other officers have all gone home. It's just us now. The park should be able to open back up tomorrow like nothing ever happened. I doubt it'll get as many visitors after everything that's happened. You'd be surprised. Lots of people love that kind of thing. I bet they'll be lining up to get in. Occult stuff is really popular right now. Did you not know that, boss? Sounds stupid. Well, it's not exactly rooted in science, but if ghosts really did exist, we could just ask them who the perp is. Somehow, I doubt it'd be that simple. Oh, but you know, I've heard that high school girls are really into this spirit board thing these days. Supposedly, you can call on spirits and talk to them by using a board with letters on it. Wouldn't that be something? You can try it out yourself if you're so interested. Hey, it's not a bad idea. Let's give it a go sometime, boss. What now? Stop messing around. You really think we're gonna solve this case by moving a coin across a scrap of paper? Sounds like you know all about it. We've got to be open-minded. What if that's how police work is gonna be from now? What if that's how police work is gonna be from now on? Don't make me laugh. Listen up, idiot. You can't go blaming the death of your buddy on something like the occult. I don't care if it was ghosts or the occult or what. Whoever or whatever it was that did this, I'll get them. I promise you that. Well, you've got the right attitude, but we don't even know if this is a murder yet. Biases weaken our judgment. Get too fixated on one thing, and you stop seeing everything else. Aye aye, boss. So, now that we've finished investigating the scene, let's review what we know. Now? It's getting late. I figured we'd head straight home from here. Come on, we've got to go over all the info we've gathered. And what better place to do that than here at the scene of the crime where we can soak up the atmosphere? Soak up the atmosphere? The hell is there to soak up? You must be really into this occult stuff if you get off on being in a place like this. Wait, you mean being somewhere like this doesn't get your blood pumping? No way. No, don't turn this around on me. I'm not the weird one here. Cripes. Fine. Let's get this over with. Aye aye, boss. This is where the victim was found. It's clean now. It almost feels like nothing happened here at all. But once an incident like this has come to pass, there's no going back. Not that knowing that is any consolation. The former Yasuda Gardens here. There's a think action. There's always been one. There just wasn't one for Yakako for some reason. The former Yasuda Gardens here in Yokohama Ichome were originally built as part of a daimyo's estate back in the Edo period. The park became city property a number of years ago and underwent extensive renovations. There's not a soul around at this time of night. Quiet doesn't even begin to describe it.
Think. I've got a bad feeling about this case, and my gut is rarely wrong. I knew this would be a treacherous case from the moment we were dragged into it.
This shit treacherous, he said. Straight up treacherous. Le pond. This pond, they say it used to flow into the Sumida River. But the river became so polluted that they cut it off. I am soul pollution.
Jun Erio, a detective in the Tokyo Metropolitan Police Department, 1st Investigative Division.
His rank is sergeant. Sergeant. This is his first time leading a case. It's like he's graduated from rookie to newbie. He looks put together on the outside, but acts like a kid most of the time. Honestly, the force could use more people like him. But either way, I'm so glad you're back in the 1st Division, boss. I've always admired your work. You were like a god to me. You were the whole reason I became a detective in the first place.
Yeah, about that. People have been saying that ever since you first entered the academy, but...
Yes, that's because it's true. I couldn't believe you got transferred out of the 1st just as I was assigned to it. So getting to work a case like this now, just the two of us, it's a dream come true.
Happy as I am to hear that, well, how should I put it?
What is it?
If that's true, I'm not sure you've been showing me the appropriate amount of respect.
Huh? But I do respect you. Don't tell me you're going senile, boss.
That's exactly what I'm talking about, when you run your mouth like that.
It's getting late. You must be sleepy. You a little eepy, man. Don't worry, boss. I'll make sure we get out of here soon.
Yeah, I get it.
This bitch eepy, he said. I've been wowed by your shrewd detecting abilities all day today.
Oh, really? Funny. I've been wowed by you, too.
Oh, okay. So, early in the morning yesterday, a staff member found the victim collapsed here in the park and called the police when they realized he was dead. While there are no obvious external wounds, the fact that he was a police officer and the evidence of a struggle means it's likely this was a murder. The Sumida police sent it over to us since it involved the death of an officer, and we were tasked with the investigation. What we need to do is figure out what happened and whether there was foul play involved. I think that about sums things up. But, boss?
Yeah?
Is this case really important enough to assign to someone from the investigation division? I mean, a friend of mine died, so it's important to me, but...
It's all up to the higher-ups. I'm sure they've got their reasons.
Boss, you know something, don't you?
It'll all become clear in time. Try not to worry about it too much.
Thinking about it... The only thing we know for sure is the identity of the victim. That means there must have been something special about him, right? Maybe he knew something he wasn't supposed to. Some kind of secret or something. Isn't that right?
You're pretty sharp sometimes, you know that? If you've picked up on that, you should be able to put the rest together yourself.
Well, it is our duty to get to the bottom of a suspicious death, especially one involving an officer. The victim is Hajime Yoshimi of the Juvenile Division of the Sumida City Community Safety Bureau, 27 years old, single.
Yo, he's almost just like me.
He mostly dealt with cases involving juveniles in education. His rank was senior police officer.
You knew him well, didn't you? What was he like?
That man has huge tits, bro. Holy shit.
Yes, we were in the academy together. We still went out for drinks together every month or two. He could be a little rowdy, but he was like a big brother to us all. He was kind and cared about his friends. For better or worse, he wasn't the uptight type of cop. The man always showed empathy, and I heard he was popular with the locals for it. He treated each and every troubled kid he met with compassion. He had a great track record when it came to rehabilitation.
Sounds like we lost a good one.
Yes, we did. We truly did. I knew being a cop was dangerous. I knew something like this could happen, but
It's never easy when it happens for real. I know the feeling.
he didn't seem to care much about climbing the ranks, but he was at the top of our class. Only problem was that he took on so much he had the most unfinished paperwork, too. I always felt we'd need a unusual guy like him to help us solve all our unusual cases. Hajime Yoshimi. He was a police officer with the Sumida City Community Safety Bureau and was primarily responsible for juvenile and education cases. He held the rank of head patrol officer and entered the force at the same time as Jun Eirio. Hajime was found dead under mysterious circumstances at the former Yasuda Gardens early in the morning yesterday. Once a rebellious gang member himself, Yoshimi turned his life around and used his own experiences to connect with the troubled youth as a police officer. While his appearance and demeanor suggest a man who was rough around the edges, he was a passionate, loyal, and caring man at heart, looked up to as a big brother by his peers. Yoshimi achieved stellar results in his work with juvenile cases, but his consistently sloppy paperwork and less than formal attitude essentially doomed his career and had him writing formal apologies on the regular. He left behind a fiancée whom he had been dating since high school. Aw, dude, damn, bro. My guy, oh, fuck, man. That guy's been in his, oh, that's sad. That's so sad.
Don't worry, you're plenty unusual yourself.
Me? I was the most normal of my classmates. Besides, the real weirdo among us quit the academy a long time ago.
There was one even weirder than you?
Hajime was quite the bad boy in school, apparently. He ended up with the police a lot. He said the officer in charge was good to him, helped him get back on track. The reason he wanted to become a cop was to pay his kindness forward. Said it was the first time he ever took his studies seriously.
That's a good story. I love that kind of thing. Makes me want to have a drink in his honor.
Please don't make fun of my dead friend.
Hey, I said in his honor. You should aspire to become the kind of cop people miss when they die in the field.
You say that like it's a sure thing I'll die. Besides, if I end up biting it, I'm sure you'll be the one who misses me most, boss. Come on, don't be like that. You'll hurt morale.
Well, I guess how much I'll miss you depends on how this investigation goes.
I can already see it. Eirio, no! Why'd you go and get yourself killed?
I have no idea what's going on in that head of yours.
Yeah, that'll be a sight to see. I can't wait.
You can't wait for your own death? Get it together, kid.
Sheesh.
Sheesh! You really are something.
Thank you?
What about the victim's family?
The Yoshimi family is from Kitasenju in Adachi City, but Hajime's parents died a long time ago. He lived there all alone, no siblings or anything. I went to his house a few times for drinks. I was surprised. It's this huge, old-looking place. Like, you know, the kind of place that seems super haunted.
And he lived there alone?
It looked like the home of an old noble family. It was hard to imagine him being such a delinquent living in a house like that.
There's that bias I was talking about. If he's from an old family, I'm sure things were complicated.
That's a bias, too. He never talked about any of that, even when we were drunk, so I don't know much about it.
Mm.
Oh, one more thing.
Yeah?
Hajime was engaged. He'd been seeing his fiancée ever since they were in high school. Over 10 years. They just started talking about getting married. What was her name again? He showed me a picture once. She was a beautiful woman.
That's so. How terrible for her. But she may know if there'd been anything going on with him lately. We should speak to her.
Yeah, his fiancée may have been his only confidant. I'm sure someone at the Sumida Police Department has already contacted her. I'll look into it tomorrow. Ah, hey boss? I looked into that case that Hajime was running.
Oh, great. That's the kind of stuff I want to know. What was Hajime working on the day he died?
Well... Ugh, God. Chat, wake me up. Hit me with bongs. Do something. Hit me with the... Hit me... Oh, yeah, hit me with the Senbon Sakura Kageyoshi. According to his report from the day before, he had 2 cases involving juveniles.
Uh-huh.
The first was the suicide of a high school girl who jumped off a building in Kamizawa last week.
Oh, yeah, I did hear about that.
The girl's name was Michio Shiraishi. She was a second-year student at Komagata High School. But it seems as though Hajime had contact with her even before this incident.
So she'd been troubled for some time?
That's the thing. About a month ago, he happened to see her walking around town. She looked upset, so he struck up a conversation with her. He was sure there was something bothering her, but she wouldn't tell him what.
Must have been trouble at home.
That's what he thought too. It seems he visited her home and spoke to her parents, but they said there was no problem, so there was nothing he could do. And now she's dead.
Then it's possible he could have prevented her suicide then.
He must have been devastated. And that's why he was looking into this Michio Shiraishi again. He must have thought that something terrible had happened that drove her to end her life. But ultimately, he never reported the findings of his investigation.
I see. And you're thinking that it may have had something to do with his death? We'll have to find out what it is Hajime discovered.
Right, let's check with the Sumida Police Department about that tomorrow too. Oh my god, dude, these fucking conversation topics just don't end, bro. God, there's so much.
And what was the other case he was working?
This one is also related to a Komagata High School student. A troublemaker named Hitomi Okuda. She seems to be the leader of a group of kids who get up to no good.
Juvenile delinquency. Fun.
She was pretty bad for a while. Multiple charges of destruction of property, assault and battery, you name it. Hajime had been working with her for about 6 months, and she was finally starting to open up. Then, he met with the girl the day he died.
Well, every school's got its problems. But I'm sure he'd be worried about how she'd get on without him.
Right, just when she'd finally found an adult she could trust. She might act out without someone to help her get through this.
We'll have to make sure the Sumida Community Safety Bureau does their job. But... we can't rule out the possibility that meeting with this delinquent girl had something to do with his death. Then we'll have to interview her too.
Yes, you're right. She may have been the last person to see him alive after all. I'll ask Sumida to introduce us tomorrow. Though, who knows if they'll actually let us talk to her.
That's what we hired you for. Lay a little boyish charm on them if they need convincing.
Yeah. I'm sure they'd prefer me over a scary-looking old man like you, boss.
Watch it. I'm still your superior. You ought to act like you respect me, at least.
Oh? I thought I was.
You were? Shit, is that just how your generation speaks? You really are a new breed.
Yo, he literally said he's built different. Little bro, big bro realized that he was built different.
It's probably just me, actually.
Well, don't think you can get away with that with other people.
So anyways, boss,
Were you even listening?
we've got quite a bit to look into tomorrow. First, the two Komagata high school cases that Hajime was handling. And we need to speak with his fiancée as well. I believe that's it for tomorrow.
Former Yasuda Gardens estimated fucking the EOD 2 days prior at 11 a.m. The cause of death, acute heart failure. Signs of a struggle found at the scene. Efforts to locate witnesses underway. As for the cause of death, we won't know until the autopsy is done. From what we've seen, though, it appeared to be some kind of acute heart failure. But since he had no record of chronic illness and had no visible wounds, it's possible that poison or drugs could have been involved.
Dying in the middle of the park like that certainly seems suspicious.
We found signs of a struggle at the scene, as well as footprints belonging to an unidentified individual. We got people trying to identify those prints.
If we can find who they belong to, we might be able to figure this whole thing out.
Yes, wouldn't that be nice if that were the end of it? The only things Hajime had on him were his badge and his wallet in his pockets.
So we can rule out a mugging. Though there probably aren't many people who'd want to try mugging a cop as big as him.
I've also heard that Hajime got into a fair few fights in his younger days. He started judo once he became an officer and rose up the ranks quickly.
Sounds like the perp would have to have been pretty strong to take on Hajime.
Time of death was around 11 p.m. 2 days ago, outside of the park's operating hours, of course. His body was found early in the morning yesterday.
11 p.m. the day before yesterday. What was Hajime doing out here at that time in the first place?
That's the question, isn't it? The entrance to the park is closed after hours, but it's a small gate that'd be fairly easy for him to go through if he really wanted to. That would, of course, be breaking and entering, but what do you think, boss?
It's hard to imagine a cop like Hajime would trespass for no reason. And since it seems like someone else was here with him, could they have called him here?
Oh, that does seem likely.
They must have been talking about something pretty sensitive to come here in the middle of the night. So Hajime met someone here to discuss something in secret.
And then they got into a fight?
No. That wouldn't match the cause of death. There were no wounds on the body that would indicate a spontaneous scuffle. The perp must have planned something.
Then you think it was meditated? That would mean they called Hajime to the park with the intent to kill him?
Well, there is still the possibility that it was just some kind of accident. Maybe the perp tried to threaten Hajime and things went south from there. We should be able to get a clearer picture once we know exactly what killed him.
Right. On the topic of family, what's yours like, boss?
What the hell is wrong with you, prying into my personal life all of a sudden?
It's just I've never heard you talk about them or anything. Oh, are you single?
Shut it. That's none of your business.
Well, ever since I joined the force, I've been thinking. The department really pressures young officers to get married. Wonder why that is. You don't say anything like that, though.
How should I know? I caved to the pressure myself and got married 20-some years ago.
Huh? So then...
God, you're relentless. She took our daughter and left 4 years ago. Thanks for reminding me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I can't believe she'd give up on a guy like you.
I was never home much. Too focused on work. I'd come home late only to get called right back out again. Plus, being a cop is dangerous work. I don't blame her for getting fed up with all of it.
How sad, especially when you're out here putting your life on the line. Oh, is that why you transferred out of the first?
It was already too late by then. You better be careful, Iryo.
You say that, but there's not much I can do, is there? That's the nature of our job. There aren't many who can really understand it, not unless they're involved with police work themselves or related to someone who is. But wait, you have a daughter, boss?
You really think I want to talk about her after all that? Have some sense.
Come on, I promise I don't mean this the way it sounds, but how old is she?
Jeez. You don't know when to quit, do you? At least try not to look so intrigued. She's a bit rough around the edges. I think most men are intimidated by her. Last I heard, she's living by herself and going to college.
Wow, a college student. Men love an educated lady.
Stop that. What kind of cop are you making baseless assumptions like that?
She's living on her own, though, huh? You must worry about her.
Worry? I don't even know where she lives.
Oh, so she hasn't told you? Probably because she knows you'd follow her around everywhere.
I would not. I don't think.
Come on now, we both know that's not true.
Listen here.
You may look like a mean old man, but you sure have a soft side.
What? Is that supposed to be a compliment? I can't keep up with you. We're done talking about this. I'm gonna grab some water, hold on.
Hi everyone. I'm back. I wanted to go stretch a little bit, grab some water. You want me to do the AFK Anna face? Hold on. Hold on. There you go. Okay. Now that Thermie's here, let's give a round of applause to one of my favorite genders, Filipino.
Oh, that reminds me. If you got married 20 years ago, it must have been right before the Nejima murder.
You know your history. Yeah, that happened a year or two after our wedding.
You were the one who arrested the killer, weren't you? We studied that case at the academy. I was only in elementary school at the time, but I still remember people talking about some dangerous criminal getting arrested.
All that was just cracking the case, finding the guy. It was all just happenstance. I'd rather not think about it. It was a disturbing case. Did it not make your skin crawl when you learned about it at the academy?
It did. We were all terrified.
Sounds about right. No one could believe that such a mild-mannered man could have committed such a horrible murder. If we had overlooked one little thing, we may have never caught him at all.
I think I remember hearing there was only one charge brought against him in the end.
That's right. We didn't have much evidence. I knew there was no way such a meticulously planned crime could have been there first, but we may have stuck Fumichika Nejima in a cell, but it was no victory. He always had the upper hand.
Hold on. I think there's something stuck in my throat. Hold on. Okay, I think I'm good.
And all the damage he did to everyone involved, especially the victim's classmates. It's already been 20 years, huh? God damn it. This is why I try not to think about it.
I'm sorry.
A notorious case from over 2 decades ago involving the murder of a high school female student. It first came to the attention of the authorities when part of a human left hand was discovered floating in the Sumida River. Testing revealed it belonged to a missing female high school student, as it appeared to have been severely severed deliberately. The police launched a murder investigation. A large-scale search of the river was organized, but the highly polluted state of the water made this impossible. Visibility was poor, the stench was intense, and the divers quickly fell ill. They succeeded in recovering only the victim's head and what appeared to be part of her leg before the search was called off.
At the time of the incident, the Sumida River was as polluted as it had ever been. Neither fish nor shellfish could survive in it, especially eventually causing the annual fireworks festival to be called off indefinitely. Over the course of the search, the police discovered a number of unidentified human bones. This caused a stir among the public, as several young women had gone missing in recent years in the Tokyo area, and it was feared that they may have fallen victim to the same fate. Forensic technologies at the time, however, were not advanced enough to determine the identities of the deceased, and so the police were unable to open any inquiries. Due to the overwhelming lack of circumstantial evidence, the investigation ground to a halt until a hitherto unrelated individual came to its attention. During a questioning about a separate incident, Fumichika Nejima, the 36-year-old shop owner with no relation to the victim, divulged details about her that have never been released to the general public. An investigation into his arrest was conducted, leading to his arrest. Nejima testified that he had snatched his victim from the street and confined her in the underground storeroom of his shop, which also served as his living quarters. He chose her for no special reason, simply decided she was an opportune target on seeing her walking alone at night. After keeping her locked up for several days, he restrained her, sewed her mouth shut, and severed her fingers and toes with a box cutter while she was still conscious, as she screamed silently behind her sealed lips. He proceeded to her wrists, her ankles, her elbows, her knees, working his way inwards slowly and methodically. That's fucked, man. His victim constantly wavered in and out of consciousness. Her ordeal continued until she died of blood loss. Nejima dismembered the rest of her body and disposed of it behind his home in the Sumida River, before cleaning his storeroom and returning to his everyday routine as if nothing had happened. The brutality of his actions shocked the nation when they were eventually reported. Once apprehended, Nejima readily divulged the details of the murder, but was less willing to explain his motive. When asked, he would only break down in tears, saying, "I don't know what came over me. I know it was wrong." In the end, the police could extract nothing more from him than expressions of remorse, although the efficiency of his methods strongly suggested that he had committed similar crimes in the past. No corroborating evidence ever came to light. Nejima was sentenced to life in prison at his first hearing. The sentence was imposed with no appeal from the defendant. Good. Good. I swear if they were like, he only got like 50 years in prison, I would have been so mad. I'll be right back.
Okay, hopefully that's the last time I'll need to BRB. Ugh.
So, all this occult stuff, have you heard about it, boss?
What are you talking about?
This rite of resurrection thing that everyone's talking about.
No, not you two. I've been hearing about that shit everywhere.
Oh, you have? That's surprising.
Who cares what people are talking about? It's got nothing to do with our job.
But, don't you think the occult stuff with this case feels, I don't know, realer somehow? The whole thing started right here in Honjo in Sumida City, so I thought that maybe...
Cut it out. Nothing good can come of getting involved with that rite of whatever, or that record of fates.
Sounds like you know all about it. Boss, are you secretly into the occult?
Stop that. Seriously, this isn't a joke. I get why you'd be intrigued by something called the Rite of Resurrection after a buddy of yours died, but bringing the dead back to life, that's the stuff of fantasy. It's not real. So don't go hoping for miracles, got it?
Well, boss, I think that about does it.
Alright, let's call it for tonight. I'll see you tomorrow. Oh god, what is that?
Huh? Boss, what's wrong? Don't tell me you're going senile.
Damn it. It was that case all along.
Boss? What is it? Is there something over there?
Ah! Such deep sorrow. A resentful memory. Those who deceive with falsehoods and something hung up forever in eternal darkness. Kill them. Kill them. Those who spread lies. Kill them all.
Holy shit! That curse power is OP, man. You have acquired the power of the Curse Stone, the Evergreen Beach.
You can use it to kill those who intentionally try to mislead you.
Use the curse button when someone lies to you. That's insane. Holy shit.
A resentful memory.
He deceived us with his so-called Rite of Resurrection. The man who tricked the people with his false dark arts swings from a rope. They thought the man had escaped the previous night, but oddly enough, he was found hanging in the garden of the daimyo's mansion that morning. The man, a local named Jinkichi, was known for his kind of temperament and skill in crafting netsuke clasps. While his life wasn't always easy, he was optimistic, the type to smile through whatever life threw at him. He was the kind of man who would take care of those who didn't have anyone else to rely on. The prosperity that the ukiyo-e boom brought must have been what fanned the flames of his greed. The old craftsman was found in a miserable state, as if sentenced to some cruel fate. Perhaps he'd ended his own life, unable to bear the weight of his crimes, but dead men tell no tales, and the people thought of him as a bad man even in death. He hung there for days, till his neck stretched horrifically, a visage of pain still etched on his face. It was clear he must have struggled greatly as he died, his flesh marked with dark scars where the rope wrapped around his whole body. The beech tree's leaves do not fall, and neither did the man's body hanging from it. As the mansion's owner was not at home, another unfortunate event. The people held their tongues, fearing divine punishment, but the rumors persisted nonetheless.
Ugh. A murderous impulse seeps into my soul like thick black tar. Now, kill. Can you hear it, curse bearer? You who so strongly desires the right. Kill them.
Why would he want to? Who is he trying to bring back to life? The only thing I can think of is maybe he lied about his wife or daughter being alive. Boss! Boss! Boss, what's the matter? Don't tell me you really went senile.
Sorry. I'm fine. Idio,
Yes?
I have some bad news.
Oh no. Your senility is kicking in, isn't it?
No. We've got a bit of trouble on our hands. Looks like we'll be working some overtime. We're not going home tonight.
Huh? What are you talking about? So, like, he's gotta know, right? He's, like, oddly very, very calm about, you know, all of this. I took a pill, right? And it feels like it's stuck in the back of my throat. And I've drank so much fucking water. I tried stuffing my mouth with a shit ton of pretzels so I can have something that would like force it down. I don't know if it's just like my throat being irritated or if like something's actually stuck there. Okay, so let me get this straight, boss. The right of resurrection really exists, and to use it, you have to kill people using the power of curses from the 7 mysteries of Honjo. And the curse you have is from the story of the Evergreen Beach that's told in this area? Is that right?
Yeah, pretty much. You're quick on the uptake.
You weren't your usual silly self when you were explaining, so I knew you were telling the truth.
I'm never silly.
The only thing I have trouble believing is that you're taking this occult stuff seriously now. I mean, talk about paranormal, I thought you didn't believe in any of that.
It's not that I don't believe in it. My familiarity with it is why I've tried not to get too close.
Are you just being a sore loser? Not used to admitting you were wrong? This fucking smug fucking dickhead. I'm taking a screenshot.
Oh, shut up and listen to me. No point in trying to hide things anymore. We won't get anywhere if you don't understand this, so listen up. Please, just listen.
You don't have to keep saying it. I'm listening.
We don't have time to waste. We'll talk as we walk.
Hey, wait for me, boss! This shit do be kinda funky, though. Sorry, I just want to double check one thing. You're telling the truth, right? This isn't a side effect of your senility?
It's the truth. Not like I can prove it, though. Revealing the existence of a secret department is against the rules. Even to a fellow cop. You're kidding me, he's part of a secret department?
But this is an emergency. I need his help. I'll tell him. He's not stupid, but he sure can be slow sometimes. Though I think that positivity of his may come in handy at some point. I'm sure you already know this, but this is all top secret. No sharing it with anyone.
Right, you can trust me not to. But, no, I just can't believe it. I've heard rumors that you used to be a member of a secret division attached to the Security Bureau. Can't believe we actually have a department for called Paranormal Affairs.
Yeah. I'm sure it comes as a shock. I couldn't believe it myself. I thought the higher-ups were messing with me. It really had me worried for a while there.
No, this is incredible. That's the whole reason I became a cop. I was always fascinated by secret agencies and stuff.
You serious?
But thinking about it, it totally makes sense. If curses and spirits really do exist, then of course we need a special department to protect citizens from them.
You seem a bit too eager to believe all this. And hang on, I thought you joined up because of me.
Come on, boss. Do you only have one favorite food? You can like more than one thing.
Yeah, whatever. In any case, the official stance is that the supernatural doesn't exist. So, Paranormal Affairs operates in secret. Still, not sure why they stuck me there. For 4 years, I worked nothing but cases involving the supernatural.
Although officially called the Tokyo Metropolitan Police Department, Security Division, Special Security Unit, Paranormal Affairs Bureau, it is more commonly referred... Jesus Christ, that's such a long fucking title. Yeah, who are you with? I'm with the Tokyo Metropolitan Police Department Security Division, Special Security Unit, Paranormal Affairs Bureau. It is more commonly referred to as Paranormal Affairs. Only a handful of people know of its existence, even within the police force. As the name suggests, it specializes in the investigation and resolution of cases involving paranormal phenomena. Since the existence of paranormal phenomena is not public knowledge, nor is it readily believed by the general population, the Bureau's activities are conducted in the utmost secrecy. Currently, there are only 5 members, including the chief. The Bureau has a network of psychic contacts across the country who assist in their cases, including Mio Kurosuzu. The Bureau undertakes investigations into any suspicious stories that cross their desk, though the vast majority turn out to be hoaxes. Due to the sheer volume of cases, close-lipped, experienced detectives without paranormal abilities of their own, such as Tetsuo Tsutsumi, are sometimes assigned to investigate. The current chief of Paranormal Affairs is a man named Kuiru Nakagoshi. He was born to a family of psychics who have been involved in keeping the world safe from paranormal phenomena for generations, and has served as Mio Kurosuzu's mentor since discovering her. Kuiru is an elusive figure. Very few have met him in person, and he is rarely seen in the office. It is said that it is because he has oft been the target of curses. However, some theorize it is in fact because Kuiru is not actually of flesh and blood at all. His seat in his office is usually accompanied by a nue, a legendary creature found in Japanese folklore. The nue resembles an ordinary white thrush and acts as Kuiru's messenger, leading to bizarre scenes of police officers earnestly reporting their findings to a bird. The term Nakagoshi case serves as a code name used to refer to cases under investigation by Paranormal Affairs. Damn, shorty. Okay. Jun Erio, the fresh-faced police detective.
Okay, yeah, this is all new, actually. That Shogo Okie met at Midoricho Park. Jun is a young detective with the Tokyo Metropolitan Police Department 1st Investigative Division with the rank of sergeant. Jun encountered a curse echo while investigating the mysterious death of his colleague Hajime Yoshimi in the former Yasuda Gardens with Tetsuo Tsutsumi. When Tetsuo explained to him that the supernatural is real, he accepted this fact without a moment's hesitation and vowed to help his partner to solve the case. Born to a relatively well-off household, Jun developed a healthy sense of self-esteem and an optimistic outlook on life. Although... Fuck. Although watching action movies and detective series as a child instilled in him a desire to help those in need, it was the sight of Tetsuo Tsutsumi, who was in charge of investigating a case Jun was involved in as a student, that truly inspired him to become a police officer. While Jun still manages a strong respect for Tetsuo, he also gets much enjoyment out of making casual cracks to get a rise out of the veteran officer. As an adult, Jun continues to hold on to the faint hope that the world is as he pictured it in his youth, a thrilling place in which superhuman heroes do battle against secret evil organizations. He attended the police academy with Richter Kai, who is now a private investigator. The two initially became friendly when Jun found Richter, I should say, holed up alone in the reference room scouring over old crime data and invited him to go bowling, a popular pastime during this era. Here's a Richter. Right, yeah.
The JoJo guy.
Okay, Tetsuo is a veteran detective with the Tokyo Metropolitan Police Department 1st Investigative Division. He was possessed by the Evergreen Beach Curse Echo while investigating the former Yasuda Gardens. Previously a member of the Secret Paranormal Affairs Bureau within the Tokyo Metropolitan Police Department Security Division, he makes use of his experience to investigate the ongoing large-scale curse incident with his partner, Jun Erio. Rather than sitting behind a desk, Chief Inspector Tsutsumi always worked in the field as he moved his way up the police force. Behind his stern face lies a compassionate man ever prepared to help his fellow officers. That same attentiveness to his work and colleagues, however, cost Tetsuo his marriage several years ago. Tetsuo has a penchant for candy and desserts, which he tries, but fails, to conceal from other officers at the risk of appearing soft. He delights in buying local sweets whenever he is sent to investigate a case and would often volunteer to be dispatched to distant locations to acquire them while he was with the Paranormal Affairs Bureau. He is also surprisingly knowledgeable about current trends, a trait he puts down to investigation-related research, but which is actually spurred by his wish to have something to discuss with his daughter.
His daughter.
So, like, why? Why was he chosen?
So, do you have it?
Of what?
Spirit sense, of course. Are you what they call spiritually gifted?
Nope. I've never felt anything at all. Even if I did, I'd be a lightweight at best. One beer and I'm down for the count.
Oh. Huh. Is that how people in the field quantify someone's spirit sense? Like how much liquor they can handle?
Nope, that's just me. Thought it'd help get the point across.
Oh. Huh.
Sorry, seems like I keep disappointing you.
No, it's not your fault, boss.
At the risk of disappointing you yet again, I'll tell you one more thing. Spirit sense is usually something you're born with. It's tough to develop it later on.
What? So there's no hope for me? No, say it ain't so.
Of course you were interested. Well, you never know. You may have some hidden potential. I know there's a high schooler who's got so much spirit sense that she works on the front lines. I say work, but she wasn't paid because it was supposedly part of her training.
Yikes, that seems like it'd be in violation of Article 69 of the Labor Standards Act.
Wow, you really know the law. No comment.
Even the occult field has workers' rights issues, huh? So, what do we do now? We've got this rite of resurrection and the curse echoes of the 7 mysteries of Honjo.
The curses being spread out around the city is a bit of an emergency.
It's that bad?
I'll put it this way. It's like handing out guns all over town.
Jeez, that's real bad.
It is. So we need to find the source and put a stop to it before something terrible happens. Usually that'd be a job for paranormal affairs, but I talked to them on our way here. The main team is tied up till tomorrow night. So they told me to deal with it myself. Said it'd be fine since I have some experience.
Huh? What? Then that overtime you mentioned was...
Yep, you're gonna help me, partner.
Alright, let's do this!
You seem a bit too eager to dive into all this. You really have no reservations working a case you know nothing about?
You said it was an emergency. I didn't think we had a choice. I'm just trying to be logical about this, boss.
You really are something. It might actually be nice having you around.
Why, thank you.
I'm gonna do my best to keep you alive, June.
So what do we do next?
If these curses are connected to the 7 mysteries, then the people who have the others should all be here in town.
Right, if there's 7 of them, that means there has to be 6 more out there.
And we have to stop them all before they kill anyone with their curses. If we can, we should find and collect all the curse stones.
But, boss, from what you said earlier, killing a curse bearer gets you closer to completing the rite of resurrection. Won't your life be in danger if they find out you're a curse bearer?
Pretty much. We can't let that happen. Should you even be out here right now?
Should you even be out here right now?
Hiding would only be a waste of time. The mystery of the one-sided reed is associated with Ryogoku Bridge. I was hoping we'd be quick enough to run into the one-sided reed's curse bearer. No such luck, it seems. Well, if nothing else, maybe word will spread that the cops are on the lookout and people will behave. It's putting a lot of trust in whoever
that's putting a lot of trust in whoever these people are.
But it's possible that other curse bearers with the same idea will come here. Talk to anyone you see who seems suspicious.
That means someone who may have the power of a curse. Understood. In that case... Why don't I ask that guy who's been watching us this whole time?
What do you know? There is someone here. Good luck.
Hey, you there. Sorry to bother you, but I've got some questions. I'm with the police. Oh, it's this fucking dude. Thanks for your cooperation. We'll be asking you a few things, Mr. Yutaro Namigaki. That's your name, correct?
Yes, I don't mind answering your questions. You're a detective. Did something happen?
All right, lots of things have been happening around here.
Like people dying.
Boss, let's talk to this guy.
So, what to make of this guy? If this were a normal case, I'd be fine letting him take the reins. But curses are involved here. I should take over. This man identifies himself as Yutaro Namigaki, a 21-year-old college student. He was watching us so calmly. We need to be careful with this guy. Hold on, where's this bitch? I know he got a bitch somewhere. Where is she? So, what is it you were doing here?
It must be the incident at the former Yasuda Gardens. The dead policeman? I can't imagine a detective would come all the way out here otherwise.
Huh?
Say, Mr. Detective. Have you ever heard of the Evergreen Beach?
How about you answer my question first? What were you doing here?
I was answering your question. I came here to look for the Evergreen Beach from the 7 Mysteries of Honjo. Actually, I was wondering if either of you knew anything about it.
If it's the Evergreen Beach you're after, you'd be better off looking around the former Yasuda Gardens than here.
Oh, you know a lot about this. But that's what I thought. Detectives. You have the cursed stone of the Evergreen Beach, don't you?
You! How did you know? Ario, you idiot!
Well, that was much easier than expected.
Oh, crap, sorry.
It was simple inference. I figure you would have taken the curse if you were just in the gardens.
If you know that, then you must be a curse bearer yourself.
I have no intentions of hiding anything. I plan to tell you from the start. Look. This is my curse stone. I believe it's called the Foot Washing Mansion.
That's right, but are you sure about this?
I'm not so rash that I'd kill someone as soon as I found out they were a curse bearer. Not without talking to them first. You're the same, aren't you, detectives? You wouldn't use a curse on a normal person. Let's speak as equals, shall we?
Boss?
Sure. We'd rather resolve this amicably, too. I have a feeling that we shouldn't kill as the detective, you know? He really is a curse bearer. He may only be talking with us to try and activate his curse. I'll have to be wary of anything he asks me to do. I could tackle and pin him to the ground, but that might have something to do with his curse. Any slip of the tongue could get us killed. I have to try and discern what activates his curse. So, what do I do? But before we talk, there's something I should tell you. This is my curse stone, the Evergreen Beach, just like you thought.
What? Boss? Why would you tell him?
As for how the curse works,
Boss, are you having another senior moment? If you tell him that...
it hangs to death anyone who would try to mislead me. So, if you try to lie to me, the curse stone will let me know. I don't have to use it to tell. Understand?
Whoa, really? That's super useful.
I see. Understood. That's a pretty useful power for a detective.
Now then, let's talk.
Damn, seems I've lost the upper hand. No point for petty tricks then. I'll be honest with you.
So far, so good.
Fucking liar.
There's someone I want to bring back, so I'd like your assistance in collecting soul dregs.
Can't help you.
Please, all you'd have to do is tell me who the other curse bearers are.
Sorry, but as a police officer, I can't just look the other way and let you go.
Please, if you help me, I'll let you two go as well.
Is that a threat?
No. It's your final warning.
We already know how to deal with this one.
My curse, the Foot Washing Mansion. Did you really think you could escape it just by being careful? Didn't matter to me which of you was the curse bearer. I'll be taking both of your soul dregs anyway.
Wait, Namigaki.
The Foot Washing Mansion is a powerful curse and so simple to activate. It is ready whenever I need it. There's no escape from the voice of my feet.
Ario, get out of here! Hurry, I'll find you later.
What? Okay.
Too late. Hear the voice of my curse echo.
The voice of his curse echo?
What? Why isn't my curse echo working? Impossible. This has never happened.
What's happening? I don't hear anything. Ario, now! Grab him!
Right.
Get his ass. Namigaki, get down!
Ah, damn it.
Boss, here, his curse stone. Good work. Give it to me.
Damn it. Why?
What do you think, boss? Should we lock him up?
I haven't even touched you. You can't consider that assault of a police officer?
Let him go. All we need is the stone.
How could this happen? My right of resurrection.
Give it up. The right was too good to be true from the start. I don't know what happened to you, but you'd be better off mourning whoever you lost the right way. Now get out of here.
Damn it.
Whew, that was a close one, huh, boss? We'd probably be dead if he had activated his curse.
Yeah, I'm not sure what, but something stopped his curse from...
Boss? You okay? Does having another curse stone hurt?
Yeah. The curse from this one is flowing into me, too.
Oh no.
I saw what activates the curse of the foot-washing mansion, and the resentful memories bound to it. Ah, I see. I always thought this one was one of the stranger of the seven mysteries. Now I know why. This sure is something.
What did you see?
Let's save that for later. All you need to know for now is that it's a particularly powerful curse. We're lucky we took it from him quickly.
The foot-washing mansion, a resentful memory. She was an accomplished onmyoji. Alas, she did not use her talents for the good of the world or the people, but for her own selfish pursuit of beauty. After a fierce battle, the woman dragged herself through the streets. It was like something had gnawed away at her body. Will I die? I've already obtained what I needed, as long as I have this. Suddenly, a terrible realization dawned on her. Her legs wouldn't move. She fell to the ground. What was happening? Surprised, she looked down. Her foot, once so beautiful and delicate, had grown ulcerated and rotten. He got her. She was on the verge of death and covered in filth to boot. Crawling to a nearby house, her breath caught in her throat. The curious residents opened up, but recoiled from what they saw. My foot is so filthy. Someone, please, quickly. The woman expired while mumbling something unintelligible. And so ended the life of a woman consumed by evil. Nice. I have to go use the bathroom. I will be right back. I will do the AFK Enna phase.
Okay, chat. Let's get the show on the road. Well, that makes one stone. Where do we go now? We'll visit all the places associated with the mysteries while it's still dark out. You mean we have to do that all over again? I hope they aren't all as aggressive as him, but people will do crazy things to bring back someone they love. It seems like the hatred the cursed stones are imbued with makes people more willing to kill. Really? Then what about you, boss? I'm fine. I may not have a spirit sense, but I'm tough when it comes to this stuff. That's why they loved me in the paranormal affairs. So, you are spiritually gifted after all. Alright, let's head to the next place. Midoricho Park. Mori, 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 ocho, radio. Who's this feller? Who are you? Excuse me, sorry to bother you, but we have some questions for you. Eh? Araishi? What voice should I put on this guy? What? Ah, are you with the police? I haven't done anything yet. Don't worry. This ain't an interrogation or anything. We just want to talk. You're Hideki Araishi, right? The historian? We know who you are, so this won't take long. But since we saw you here, we'd just like to ask you a couple questions. Hideki Araishi. Local history researcher. He's a historian who works part-time as a curator at the local folk museum and as a teacher at Komagata High School. His recent publication on the rite of resurrection has caused a stir in occult circles. Hideki is the quintessential obsessive researcher. Despite being entirely unsuited for teaching, he had no choice but to take up a position at Komagata High School in order to make ends meet. While having a captive audience in his classes goes some way to satisfying his need for respect and recognition, his conceited nature makes him unpopular among the students. Lately, he's concerned that articles he contributed for purely monetary reasons have earned him a reputation as a researcher of the occult, but the surge of interest in the topic and the resulting volume of article requests he is receiving are undeniably tempting. Hideki is a regular at the Kurokikyo Cafe at Hokusai Street, where he can be found outside his work hours, writing essays and manuscripts. His published books include A Study of the Unknown and Introduction to Bando History. Well, let's get it over with. I'm a busy man. Questioning people like this can put unnecessary stress on them depending on their position. This guy's pretty sharp. I'll have to play it safe and only push him when I see an opening. Hideki Araishi. He says he's a local historian, but supposedly he knows more about the rite of resurrection than anybody. The fact he's here at this time of night, it's plenty possible that he's a curse bearer. Boss, let's ask Hideki some questions. Now, Mr. Araishi, what were you doing here at this time of night? Doing research, of course. Day and night, information never sleeps. That's an admirable philosophy, you know. Your research has been quite the talk around town. Oh, what was it? They were saying you discovered something about some book... The Records of Fates? Ah, right. You found some kind of ritual in the Record of Fates.
What? Don't tell me you want to know how to how to carry out the rite of resurrection too. To be perfectly honest, I'm tired of people asking me about it all the time. None of you even care about the local history. You just come crawling out of the woodwork when something interesting comes up.
Looks like I hit a nerve.
If you think you can force me to tell you because you're a policeman, you're sorely mistaken.
Fork.
Was the research you were doing just now also related to the rite of resurrection? Well, yes, that's right. What exactly were you looking for? Ah, I have no reason to tell you that. You wouldn't understand anyway. Are you doing all this research so you can use the rite of resurrection yourself? You're a policeman. Do you really think people can be brought back to life? Everyone I meet, pitiful. Huh? So you don't believe in the rite? Whether it's real or not has nothing to do with my research. Such things are better left to the occult freaks. Or so I thought. Things changed. It has become necessary for me to pursue the rite. So now, I pray that it is real.
What changed?
I'm sure you can imagine the funds for my research. I received a large amount of funding for seeking the rite of resurrection. And if I find it, I'll receive a sum so great that I'll never have to worry about money again.
Oh. Then that means someone is sponsoring your research, is that right?
So what if they are? You have no idea how hard we work to secure funding for our research. I have no interest in teaching those children. Listen to me, I'll tell you one thing. Those experts you see writing provocative books or spouting nonsense on TV to try and get popular, all of them are just trying to get the money they need to do their research. With how popular the occult is, saying something even remotely spooky can lead to big money. What? But I brought your book. The pursuit of the unknown begins first and foremost with belief. I was so inspired by that bit. I do appreciate your patronage. Unfortunately, however, the occult is not my true interest. The fate of the unknown is to be destroyed by thorough research and deep consideration. No way, I can't believe it.
You're surprisingly innocent.
I feel like this is a little important, so I'm gonna save. Well, yes, that's right. Oh, yeah, we did that already. Well, what kind of research do you want to be doing? I'm sure it wouldn't interest you, but to put it simply, the focus of my research is how historical accounts transform into folklore over the years as they are passed down from generation to generation.
What does that mean?
Due to human bias, the account of any event is inevitably changed by the person communicating it. This is not necessarily done with ill intention. It happens when someone tries to fill in the gaps in a story that lacks detail, or when something's left out or abridged because of the story's length, or when a story twists and shifts as it spreads through oral tradition. Even then, two stories are told about the same event. Differences in culture or environment affect how it's told, changing its content. Silly little things can turn into terribly mysterious legends. My research is the study of how history, culture, and legend all influence each other.
Huh, I see.
Take the 7 mysteries of Honjo, for example. Why are some of the mysteries seemingly about nothing particularly interesting? You'd think some stories would last a decade, let alone hundreds of years, so why? Perhaps putting it that way piques your interest. I admit I am curious.
So, that's what you've been researching all this time. Makes sense.
As I said, it doesn't matter to me whether the rite exists or not. If people in the Edo period believed that was what was written in the records of fate,
If people in the Edo period believe that what was written in the Record of Fates was real, that's all I'm interested in.
This Record of Fates, where did you get your hands on it?
The storehouse of an old private residence in the city, just as the public was told. I'm unable to be more precise due to an agreement with my informant. But I have to be realistic. The research I'd like to do is unfortunately not very lucrative. That's why I need to take some risks.
Well, in that case, I think I might have a guess as to what you were looking for.
Huh, I'm surprised you know that. There's indeed a theory about the 7 mysteries of Honjo began. That the 7 mysteries of Honjo began because of the rite of resurrection. Well, my theory. Unraveling the 7 mysteries may reveal the secret of the rite. I think quite a few people are looking into the mysteries for that reason. Midoricho Park is connected to the story of the Taiko of Sugaru, right? That's right, but that isn't the issue at hand.
Well,
Curse stones. What? Damn it. If you know about that, then...
calm down. No need to get so defensive. We both want information, right? We don't have to be why don't we have a nice, friendly chat?
You may say that, but I don't trust you. Perhaps you've already learned about curses. Perhaps you wanted to take my power away from me.
Nope, that's not true.
I almost revealed my hand. I'll say nothing else. Sorry, I'll be taking my leave here. Hey, stop! He's so fast. Sorry, boss, he got away. No.
Incomplete.
Shit. I think I'll have to show him my my cursed stone.
We both want information, right? Why don't we have a nice, friendly chat?
A cursed stone? You are a curse bearer. A leaf. Is it the Evergreen Beach then?
Yep. Will you show me yours?
This is mine, the ever-burning lantern.
Interesting. I'll tell you this for free. The Evergreen Beach comes from a man who was hanged for spreading false rumors. But the accusations against him were unfounded and he died at cursing those who deceived him.
Ah, so that is the resentful memory held within the Evergreen Beach. The memories of the 7 mysteries are truly fascinating. If only I could collect them all.
Do whatever you want, but you should know something. This stone of mine lets me curse anyone who tries to mislead me.
What? But...
So don't try and lie to me. I'll know.
You would curse a citizen? You call yourself an officer of the law.
That all depends on you. I don't want to use it if I don't have to.
What is it you want?
The curse stones are dangerous. I'd like to confiscate yours.
Excuse me? But my right.
First, let me ask you one thing. You haven't used the curse, have you?
No, of course I haven't, I swear.
I see. Good. Now, why don't you hand over that stone? Unless you'd rather try using it on me instead.
Damn you. I won't give it to you.
If I were to say that, what would happen? Would it be a crime?
The police are aware of how dangerous the stones are. I could arrest you under Article 1, Section 2 of the Minor Offenses Act. Or you hand it over and all you lose is your secret ability. Think of what would happen to all your research if you were arrested.
Fine. You can have the stone here. That's really it, huh? Killed by disembowelment. One who finds themselves trapped in the darkness of the curse of the echo. Was this the one that I ended up getting with Shogo and I lit the light? Yeah. A resentful memory. But where are those who share the memory? When Honjo was filled with samurai residences, the spies of the shogunate lived amongst the townspeople to keep an eye on things. The sober cart on South Warigesui served as one of their outposts. They would communicate to each other in code by turning the lantern on or off. Tonight at 4 a.m. meant that someone would be leaving the last soba of their would be having the last soba of their life, and that their belly would be sliced open the next night. An unfortunate incident occurred in which a man attacked a woman in a bout of fury. He regretted it deeply, even declining to invoke the right to defend his honor. But the deed was done. Still, he could not accept it. His rage at having been used by his daimyo boiled over, turning into a grudge he could never forget. Nearby he saw a lantern quietly glowing in the night, and when the 6th bell rang, the man cut his stomach open. Since then, the lantern could be seen alight before the soba cart had opened and would flicker out suddenly, even when there was no wind blowing. As this unsettling phenomenon continued, the rumors surrounding it grew, and soon all were convinced that it was the man who cut open his stomach visiting from beyond. Huh.
Good choice. I look forward to seeing how your research pans out. Alright. Would you tell us everything you know about what's been going on? If you help us out, we'll give you all the information we've gotten after we solve the case. What do you say?
In that case, will you let me... will you tell me about all the resentful memories of the 7 mysteries? I believe they are a key to the secret hidden in the record of fates.
Sure, why not? I'll learn about them as I collect the curse stones.
Alright, well. But thanks to you, we learn a lot from him.
I wonder. The mysteries and rite are all public information. He kept everything he knows about the other curse bearers, and the source of the curse here hidden. I was hoping he'd at least give us a clue about how to beat these curses.
Oh, I see. Then we should be more aggressive next time. Really, make them spit him out. Really make them spit it out. And by we, I mean you.
I'm guessing he wants to save this curse. He wouldn't have told us anything, no matter what we asked. But now we know where he hangs out. We can always send someone for him if need be.
Right, got it.
I broke the seal. I have to use the bathroom again. Alright, back. I was surprised to hear that there are actually 9 of the 7 mysteries, though.
Yeah, that's 2 extra curse bearers we have to find. We've confiscated 2, so there are 6 more. They could be anywhere in this town.
We have to find them fast, or they may start using the curses.
No, I think we're already too late.
Huh?
I didn't tell you this, but there were some soul dregs in Namigaki's curse stone.
Really? Then he already killed someone with it?
It's not much, so probably wasn't a curse bearer.
Shit.
Well, we know who did it. We can make arrangements to take him into custody. We'll have Paranormal Affairs pick him up tomorrow. For now, we continue our search.
Right. On to the next place. We just have to cross them off the list one by one. Oh, but, boss?
Hmm?
Good to know we can use the Minor Offenses Act to arrest people with curse stones. But why didn't we do that with Namigaki?
If we could do that, there would be no need for Paranormal Affairs. What grounds would a normal detective have to put him under arrest?
Oh, right. Yeah, I suppose that's true. Hi, Percy Pup.
Are you sure
Where's
about that?
Paranorman? Oh, dude, he's like back there. Can I even do this next one? No, I can't. Okay, he's back there. How are you tonight? Nice to meet you. First time chatter. How's it going? I could try continuing Yako's. Or I can start Harue. I'm doing good, doing good. You guys hear that? Anyone hear that? I'm gonna try this one again. We're gonna resume. Start from the school grounds. My batteries? No, that's impossible. I think you're lying to me. Ashimiya. I wonder if I can continue this. Let's see. I'm not acting out. If it doesn't let me continue, I'll probably have to move on to Harue for a bit. Nope, I can't. Alright, let's get out of here. Damn, Tetsuo is like almost done already. Okay, we'll continue with Harue. She meets up with the JoJo guy. When the son of Harue Shigima was kidnapped, a botched investigation by the police resulted in the child's murder. 1 year later, Harue has hired a private investigator to help resolve the unsettled case. Late at night, while speaking to the detective at her home, something strange suddenly appears. Damn, we already? May those who mock fires something perish in flame. Kill them. Kill them. The flame bearers. Kill them all. They just threw us right into it, huh? You've acquired the power of the curse stone, the haunting clappers. Oh no, my ass cheeks, they're clapping. You can use it to kill those with fire or a fire-starting device on their person. Very, like, extremely specific, like, set of conditions. Let's see. The resentful memory. Red, red, red. Everything is dyed crimson. My home is burning to the ground. It's hot. So, so hot. I must call for help, but I cannot speak. My throat must be burned up from the smoke. No, I think I'm already on fire. That's right. I'll just use the clappers. Clack, clack. Is anybody there? Fucking clapping my ass cheeks. Clack, clack. Why is no one coming? I'm going to burn to death. How did it come to this? Oh, right. Her. It must be the work of that vixen who appeared suddenly and enchanted my lord. That witch! Those hauntingly cold eyes had my lord dancing in the palm of her hand. Perhaps I was also taken in by her. How many innocent people did I lure in under orders? This must be karma. The sound of a heavy bell. It feels like my head will split open. Ah, right, the evening bell. That must be why nobody can hear the sound of my clappers. I've got to do it. I've got to do it louder. Clack, clack. There's some, like, typos in this game that I've noticed. It's not, like, super, like, prominent, but, like, they're kind of funny. A murderous impulse seeps into my soul like thick black tar. Now, kill. Can you hear it, curse bearer? You who so strongly desires the right. Kill them. And then Haruo wakes up and she's like, ah, I'm so pretty today. I don't know what voice to give Richter. I think I tried to go for something like exaggerated when I first saw him, because he kind of reminded me of like a JoJo character. Back with me, ma'am? Can't say I understand what just happened, but it certainly seems you have it certainly seems to have put you in a good mood. This might be the first time I've ever seen you really smile. Sweet dreams. That's me dealing with the trauma of waking up every morning. Holy shit, you look awful, lady. What's wrong? Hold on, I gotta send this. Haruo Shigima. Haruo is a housewife who resides in a manor near Shumoku Bridge. Her 11-year-old son, Shuichi, was kidnapped and murdered about a year ago. The death was the result of a mistake on the part of the detective assigned to the case, a mistake which enraged the kidnapper and had him cut off all contact with the police, leaving no room for negotiation. Yeah, she's got the anime mom hairstyle. The incident was covered up, and Shuichi's killer remains at large, leading the aggrieved Haruo to call on the services of private investigator Richter Kai to uncover the truth. The Shigima family came from a line of samurai who built their residence in Honjo during the Edo period. They assumed important positions in the police force following the Meiji Revolution, thereby protecting their family's elevated status. Even today, many in the Shigima line work as police bureaucrats and senior officers. Harue's father sits in the upper echelons of the National Police Agency, and her husband, adopted into the Shigima clan through an arranged marriage, is also a highly respected agency official. However, as her family prioritizes work above all else, it wasn't long before Harue's marriage grew cold. Though she wants for nothing, she's isolated from her neighbors and withdrawn from society. Seeing her son grow into a young man gave Haruo a purpose in life, but it was cut short by the kidnapping incident. Following the incident, Haruo spent many days in a deep depression, breaking into sudden fits of shouting and wandering around in the middle of the night. Her cheerful, loving disposition faded away, and she took to making snide remarks at her husband, which only further soured their relationship. A few months ago, Harue's husband was transferred to another area for work and now rarely returns home, with Harue left to live in the large, empty mansion alone as a housekeeper who has been with the family for a long time. Oh god. As a housekeeper who has been with the family for a long time, comes in to take care of all the housework, Harue has nothing but time on her hands. Yo, so let me get this straight, guys. She's like in her mid-30s. She's got a cold marriage, and I think she wants another kid. Like, Chad, I think I know the answer to this. I think we can fix her. Come on, Tanuki. Why is it always why is it always like that? She kind of bad though, but like we know she's a little bit fucked up. Like look at her face. No. Not dreams. Sounds like something I might want to hear about. Yo. This is the seating, this is the sitting pose of a man who knows how to get shit done. What the hell is that? A sticker? Well, I'll be damned. Is that what I think it is? Goodness, you made me jump. It's just a silly little sticker my son got from somewhere or other. He put it up just before, well, you know what happened. I still can't bring myself to take it down. Let me take a closer look. I knew it. It's Head Honjo from way back in set number 1. This is a real collector's item. Excuse me? Don't tell me you've never heard of the Mockingbirds. The what? They're the hottest new craze. Cute little birds dressed up like rough and tumble delinquents. I've never heard of them, but this certainly seems to matter to you. The best part is, nobody knows who made them. They just started showing up around town, and soon enough, they'd won everybody's hearts. The story goes that they're made by some anonymous artist who covertly leaves them behind in specific locations. No one knows when or where they'll show up next. They're basically an urban legend of sorts. To think one would turn up here, of all places. This is a good sign, I'm sure of it. Oh, well, that's nice. Dude. Oh my god, he's dressed up in the little, look at him, he's dressed up in the... I like this guy. He's got, like, the pince nez. He's got I forget what the style is called. Oh yeah, Tanuki. I tagged you in that because you're the Discord kitten, remember? A color television. Father bought one as soon as it hit the market. He likes to have the latest gadgets. Unlike the latest models, there's no remote control. We've had it for a long time. Back when it was new, we all gathered around it and marveled at it as a family. But with father and my husband being away so often, it quickly fell into disuse. I'm just saying, Haruo, your husband ain't around. In fact, you quite dislike your husband a lot. Like, you know, you need a young buck to come in and reignite those clappers of yours. I'm gonna start calling like you know how people have been calling feet grippers lately? I'm gonna be like, shake those clappers. A fax machine. It can send images to other places along the phone network. I don't really know how it works. Most houses don't have one. I rarely find a use for it. Don't worry. Here in 2023, people rarely find a use for faxing as well. Oh god, he's looking at me. The telephone. This mansion has a private line. The guest table. I don't know where father got this old thing from, but I never liked it. Damn, this bitch don't like nothing, for real. An old hanging scroll. I don't know who painted it. It's been hanging here since before I was born. An arrangement of flowers. We bring in someone to do it. I don't even know what the flowers are called. A stereo unit with separated speakers designed for home use. My husband insisted on buying one, even though he isn't one to listen to music often. Typical. Typical men. My heart's still racing. This is it. My chance. At long last. A private investigator I hired. A friend told me about him. They said he's not very well known, but he's good at what he does. When I first visited his office in Oda City and saw how he dressed, I could hardly believe he was a detective. And after talking to him for a while, I changed my mind. He says some strange things at times, but he seems like the reliable sort. Richter Kai. Richter is actually a private investigator with an office in Ota City, Tokyo. After taking on a request from Harue Shigima to investigate the unsolved kidnapping and murder of her son, he gets caught up in the events surrounding the rite of resurrection. Once a police officer, Richter was racked with guilt over the police's inability to help all those in need and quit the force to start his own private investigation firm. However, his soft-hearted nature leads him to take on too many cases and has put his office in dire financial straits. How he is still in business is a mystery, with some whispering that a wealthy patron is keeping him afloat. Richter studied alongside Detective Jun Irio at the police academy. Somewhat surprisingly, given his outlandish clothing and mannerisms, Richter excels at covert investigations and tailing his targets. He proudly refers to himself as an investigator extraordinaire, though that only ever succeeds at impressing himself. Richter's biggest source of happiness is nuzzling his pet female albino parakeet, Ernestine, which he keeps in his office. That's cute. He also enjoys collecting mockingbird stickers, a popular line of merchandise featuring birds inexplicably dressed like delinquents and can be frequently sighted searching around town for them. While out and about, Richter typically leaves the office, and more importantly, Ernestine, in the care of Amamori, a junior high schooler who volunteered to assist Richter after being involved in a previous case. Is that responsible? Richter Kai is a private investigation firm in Kamata, Ota City. Originally, Kai thought to give it a simple name like Kai's Detective Agency, but upon hearing that people are more likely to pick names listed at the front of the phone book alphabetically, he decided to pick a name starting with an A, thus the Azure Heron Agency was established. However, it is questionable whether the heron, a bird of somewhat ominous significance, is an effective symbol for attracting customers. Even his own assistant has referred to the name as confusing at best. After all, rather than an azure heron, Richter keeps a white parrot as a pet and dresses not in blue, but mostly in white. Azure Drago, that's what they should have called it. If there was a symbolic connection to be made here, it's surely been lost on all but Richter himself. A private investigator, also known as a private eye, is a detective who operates their own agency, although there are no formal qualifications necessary to become a private investigator. Many are retired police agents or detectives due to the similarities between the work involved. At a glance, private investigation firms and inquiry offices might look similar, but they carry out different types of investigations. Inquiry offices specialize in conducting credit checks on businesses, while private investigators are generally involved in tailing persons of interest and gaining information surreptitiously. Let me bring you up to speed. We're in the middle of a chat when you suddenly started spacing out. And the whole time you were grinning to yourself like you just won the lottery. Care to tell me what that was all about?
Well, where to start?
Interesting. Very interesting. So, the haunting clapper's curse echo appeared out of nowhere. Told you how to perform the rite of resurrection and gave you the curse you'll need to do it. Have I got that right?
That's right.
So it's all real. Honestly, I still find it hard to believe. But I guess I have to now. I saw that curse stone appear in your hand myself. It looked like it popped clean out of thin air. With evidence that clear, there's no denying that there's some supernatural force at work.
I don't think you quite understand.
Oh?
This isn't about evidence, and it isn't about belief. It's more than that. I know it's real. The moment the curse appeared, I knew everything before it even said a word. It was already there in my head, as clear as day.
You just knew, huh?
It was etched into my soul, along with the curse echoes resentful memories. So I can feel it, what it was like. Dying like they did, hundreds of years ago. Wreathed in flame, writhing in pain as my flesh blackens and my blood boils. I can feel it. All the agony, all the rage. It fills me with bloodlust. I think I need to kill someone. Anyone will do, just as long as they're carrying fire.
Guys, I can fix her, I prompt. Chat, I can fix her. Chat, I can fix her. Okay. She's a little bit fucked up, but I can fix her. I see. That can be a problem.
You think so? From what I know of you, I was sure you'd see it as an opportunity.
The stronger the desire to resurrect someone, the stronger the urge to kill. That's how it seems to me, anyway. Yare yare daze. Yare yare daze. Good grief, talk about a spanner in the works. I say, we take stock for a moment, remind ourselves where we've come from and where we're going.
That might be a good idea.
That's what you hired me for, ma'am. To look into your son's kidnapping last year. To uncover the truth behind the abduction and murder of Shuichi Shigema.
Oh, yes, I remember. They never did find the one who did it.
That's what I'm here about today, in fact. Kind of you to let me drop by so late, by the way. I've been turning over every last stone, and I've come up with a grand total of 1 lead.
So you said?
As far as the police are concerned, it's a cold case, but I've managed to make some headway.
I remember you were just about to tell me.
She said that she has to kill someone. A kidnapping and the Shigema kidnapping, a kidnapping and murder case that took place in Honjo, Sumida around 1 year ago. Haruo Shigema's son, Shuichi, age 11, was kidnapped on his way home from school with a ransom being demanded that same evening. Initially, the kidnapping was thought of as a simple extortion scheme. But when it came to light that the Shigema family was closely tied to the police, and Shuichi was in fact the grandson of a senior official, it was quickly assumed that the perpetrator was acting upon a grudge against the police force. The kidnapping was treated as a direct attack against the good name of the police, and a large-scale investigation was launched that used the best equipment available to trace phone calls. This made it all the more embarrassing when they were unable to catch the culprit, losing the public's confidence. The culprit grew cocky, relentlessly mocking the police force. After 3 days of failure after failure, Haruhi reached a breaking point. Spurred by concern for her son, she resolved to hand over the ransom money as fast as possible. But her husband and father, who held the prestige of the police in high regard, refused, saying that they would not let the criminal win by giving in to their demands. The increasingly frantic detective assigned to the case lost his temper when the criminal called to give an ultimatum, causing the culprit to never make contact again. Another week passed and Shuichi's body was found floating in the Sumida River. Shuichi's death could be largely ascribed to the police's incompetence, but this was ultimately covered up with the stringent media embargoes. The investigation was never closed, but the case has long gone cold. Damn, dude, I'd be fucking mad as hell, too. Look at this little boy, man. He looks so bright. Why would you kill him? It's fucked up. The only son of Haruhi Shigema, he was kidnapped and murdered 1 year ago. His body was discovered floating in the Sumida River. Shuichi was a conscientious, brave young boy who was determined to protect his mother, Haruhi, amid his father's frequent absences. He dreamed of becoming a police officer and displaying diligence and an impressive sense of responsibility from a young age. Likely due to being raised in an extremely strict environment, born in the early 70s, he spent his days immersed in various activities and studies, including playing piano, learning the abacus, fucking nerd, taking English lessons, and training in kendo. Shuichi's tendency to put other people's needs over his own meant he died without ever telling his classmates how much he longed for all of them to go out on a hunt for mockingbird stickers. I don't know, guys. I can understand Harue's frustration, right? Her father and her husband are part of the police force that failed to find her daughter. Imagine how that feels. And the reason why her son is dead is because the police force didn't want to give up its pride and hand over the ransom. I'd be mad as fuck if I was her. I know there's like a process to like how this shit is done, but there's so many examples where like police investigations and stuff were absolutely botched, and it's really infuriating to see like them just fucking miss the most like basic shit. They didn't close off the crime scene. What the fuck were you doing? You know, we still need to figure out exactly what you want me to do. Tell you what, why don't I tell you what I've found and then we can make a decision?
All right.
I suppose there's not much point going over the kidnapping itself.
No, I'm very familiar.
Then I'll leave that for the files to cover and just confirm a few things about the case. The police traced the culprit's calls back to, let's see here, northern Oyoko River here in Sumida City. That's quite a wide area.
That's right.
In the end, they never managed to nail down exactly where the calls were coming from. But it was almost certainly the same location that Shuichi was being held captive. Since Shuichi's voice could be heard during the killer's calls, northern Oyoko River is quite a distance from Shuichi's normal school commute. Factoring in that he was seen at school but went missing before he arrived at his house, it's likely that he was abducted by car on his route home.
Maybe, but...
Exactly. Shuichi was a clever boy. He never would have gotten into a car with a stranger.
That's right. I was very firm about that. I know he understood, too. I even saw him warning the other children.
it's possible that they forced him into the car. The only issue there is there weren't any witnesses to the kidnapping. You can't bundle someone into a car with that many students around and not be noticed. But nobody came forward to say they saw anything suspicious. So, did they target him at some other time or somewhere away from his usual route? Both of those seem a little far-fetched. Which raises the question, how did the kidnapper pull it off?
The police never managed to find an answer. In the end, they decided that the kidnapper must just have gotten lucky.
Well, why not turn the problem on its head?
Eh?
The kidnapper managed to convince Shuichi to get into the car. But how? The only thing that makes sense to me is if they were somebody that he would have a reason to trust. A teacher, perhaps, or a relative, or somebody else that he knew.
But all of the adults Shuichi knew had alibis. The police checked them all thoroughly.
They did, huh? No one throws numbers at a problem like the cops. But what if it wasn't someone he knew? Or rather, what if the culprit disguised themselves as a police officer? That would explain why he didn't find them suspicious. The Shigima family has close ties with the police, after all. He would have had a reason to trust them.
You might be right. But surely that couldn't have.
Well, there's a problem with the theory. You'd be surprised how much police officers stand out. That's sort of the point after all. They're meant to be a visible deterrent against crime. But here's another interesting little bit of trivia I happen to know. When you ask people to imagine someone suspicious, nobody pictures women or children. Even kids who've been warned about stranger danger often subconsciously expect that danger to look like an adult man. Besides, Shuichi was the sort of boy who wanted to be a police officer when he grew up. He must have had a very strong sense of right and wrong.
That's right. Wait. Surely you can't mean...
Now you're getting it. If, say, a young woman approached Shuichi asking for help, what would he have done? If someone like that said they were lost and asked them for directions, would he have gotten into a car?
He might have. My husband always told him that a man had a duty to watch out for women and children.
You could certainly argue that kind of attitude is outdated nowadays. But if Shuichi believed it, then we might have something here.
Then you think the culprit was a young woman? But it was a man's voice on the phone.
She might have been an accomplice, or maybe she didn't even realize she was being used. If anything, that would explain why she hasn't come forward. She herself might not realize she had anything to do with the case. So the question is, did anybody see Shuichi speaking with a young woman on the day of this disappearance? See, what I said about people's biases, that goes for witnesses too. And I figured that maybe if I start asking new questions, I might get some new answers. So I spent my day asking around Shuichi's school route, seeing if anyone had seen something. And one man thought he did.
Do you mean he saw it happen?
Well, I can't say for sure yet. It turned out he wanted something from me, so I asked him if we could talk in private.
I have to use the bathroom again several hours earlier. I'll be right back.
Dude, I'm on big piss mode tonight. I'm sorry. Hey, chat. Have you guys noticed all the like Niji Sanji and Germa clips? I think that shit's hilarious, man. All right, this should do. There's no one around. We can speak in confidence. Excuse me, what was your name again? Jonochi? Got it. Well, Jonochi, I'm all ears. Just so we're on the same page. You're a private detective investigating Shuichi Shigima's kidnapping. Do I have that right? Of course. What else do I look like? How should I know what a private detective looks like? Oh, forget it. Look, I'll tell you straight. My life is in danger. I need your help. You'll excuse me if I get caught if that caught me a little off guard. Let me ask you straight. Who's trying to kill you? Huh? This fucking sleazebag. You can never trust someone with a bolo tie. Never trust anyone that uses a bolo tie. Student called Michio Shiraishi. Interesting. Schoolgirl, eh? Sounds like you've been naughty. It's nothing like that. That girl. She's a murderer. I'm the only one who knows, but I saw what she did. Michio Shiraishi. I saw her kidnap Shuichi Shigima. Come again? I saw her talk to him on the street and lead him away. I didn't think much of it at the time, but then he went missing. She murdered him, I'm sure of it. Or at least, she's got something to do with it. That's what you're here for, isn't it? Then you can't let her get to me. If that's true, you've been sitting on some valuable information. Why didn't you tell anybody? Well, you see... If you can't explain that, I don't have any reason to believe you. I couldn't! She told me she'd kill me if I spoke a word. You're telling me a schoolgirl had you scared for your life? So you've been sitting on that all this time, and you think she's coming for you now that you've spilled the beans? Yes, that's exactly it. I'm begging you, don't let her get to me. Arrest her, I'm telling you, she's a demon! Well, you seem to believe what you're saying. But it just doesn't add up. How could a schoolgirl have a fully grown man so terrified? You don't know what she can do. She'll curse me. Curse you? What the fucking... I'm sorry, but you're losing me here. It's true. Her house, it's... Forget it. Why do I even bother? You seem dubious enough to believe me, but I should have known you'd never understand. Enough. I'll find someone else to help me. Hey. Damn, that's too bad. She died like a week ago. And that's about the long and short of it. I can hardly believe it. At the time, I thought his mention of curses was just crazy talk. But I'm starting to see that there might have been more to it. Then, if we can just find that girl... breakfast sausage. Curse or no curse, if she was with Shuichi on the day of the kidnapping, then there's a good chance she knows something. Soul, where are you aiming, bro? I think you missed, bro. I think you missed. Hold on, let me fix that for you. Holy shit. Oh my god. It was going straight into her ear, bro. Damn, bro. You gave. Oh, when did I get an earring? It's Twitch integrated throwing system, okay? That's what it's short for. There you go. Now you can throw things at me. On top of that, I did some digging on the man I spoke to. His full name's Kohei Jonochi. He's a teacher at Komagata High School here in Sumida. A teacher? Then this schoolgirl is one of his students? I think that's very likely. Alas, we've got a lead. Hopefully, it'll be the breakthrough we're looking for. I hate to break it to you both, but she's dead. The Rite of Resurrection, huh? I read about that in a cult magazine the other day. Apparently some old book showed up recently with all the gory details. And they say that the rite can be found somewhere in Honjo. I remember the first time you told me about that. It felt like my prayers had been heard. Like I had hope. Real hope for the first time. Ever since that awful day, I've wondered, what if I hadn't sent him to school? What if I'd just paid the ransom? Not a day goes by when I don't think that if I'd done something differently, Shuichi would still be alive. You can't blame yourself, ma'am. It was the culprit's fault, not yours. Though, I know that won't help any. Grief is funny like that. I'm guessing that's why you're after the right. Guess I didn't need to ask. It's written all over your face. I can tell how much he meant to you. But, and this is a big but. You know she's been hiding those clappers, my guy. I accidentally skipped that. What did that say? If this right is the real deal, using it will mean killing someone and stealing their soul. Is that a problem? If it comes to that, I'm afraid I'll have to stop you. Oh, that's a shame. A shame? Huh. That's all? I thought, if I'm going to be competing with other curse bearers, then your detective skills might come in useful. You realize you're talking about ending someone's life, right? Don't you see an issue with that? I can fix her, guys. I can do it. I think any parent in my position would happily kill for a chance like this. That's so, is it? Dear, oh dear, what have I gotten myself into? If it makes you uncomfortable, then you won't have to get any blood on your hands yourself. I don't need you to kill the other curse bearers. I only need you to find them. I won't be a party to murder, ma'am. Not even for a client. Okay, this guy does not really care about money, from what I can tell, because he takes on so many clients because he has a big heart, and like he's there. There's like there's a very high chance that he doesn't care if we say I'll pay you. So let's do that's a shame. See, I didn't realize you were so stubborn. Let me say though, it's not like I don't get what you're going through. As long as you're not killing anyone with your own hands, maybe I can help you out.
What do you have in mind?
Well, how about stealing someone else's curse stone after they've filled it with soul dregs? If that was all you were after, then I could lend you my services guilt-free. If the other curse bearers want to kill each other, that's their business. I'm not trying to be a hero here. I guess there's no guarantee a stolen curse stone will work, but we can worry about that later.
Well then, I suppose we have a deal. Although, what if I stole a curse stone using my curse? Would you disapprove?
That would void your contract, ma'am. Just warning you now.
My
contract. You know, I think Alan would really like this guy. Before we go any further, why don't you tell me about that curse of yours? The haunting clappers, was it? That's one of... Yeah, dude, that's... The haunting clappers, that's what they called me. What they called me in my prime. That's one of the 7 mysteries of Honjo, if I remember correctly.
That's right.
What do you mean? I'm just saying my ass is fat, bro. Stop.
The original story did happen somewhere near here, I think. I'm sure I remember hearing that.
In that case, my money would be on all the curse bearers being somewhere in Honjo. Our first move should be to narrow them down. Some of them are bound to try and come for you first. We'll need to be ready. The curse makes their bearers more willing to kill, so an attack could come from anywhere.
That sounds sensible.
And if I remember correctly, your haunting clappers can set people on fire, but only if they have a naked flame or a lighter on their person. Is that right?
That's right.
In olden times, wooden clappers were used to warn people of fire. I'm guessing it punishes those who don't heed the warning. It seems like a good curse to have. It's simple and straightforward enough to use. Although it's hard to say how it stacks up without knowing what else is on the table.
You really think it's that good?
No, it actually kind of stinks. It's actually kind of awful. The target can't do much to throw it off, and it has a nice long activation window. It's big that it works on lighters, too. Just slip one into your target's pocket. And say that condition were already fulfilled before they even knew you were there. They wouldn't even know what hit them.
Maybe. I won't have to actually use it. I could just tell someone I could, and they'd have to do what I said.
Threats could work, although without any proof, it'll come down to how convincing you can be. If only you could use the curse, then back out at the last second.
At the last second? What an interesting idea. I have a lighter right here. We could try it now.
This bitch really said, "Hey, you want to die like really quick? you want to like put your life in danger real quick?" That's an interesting proposition. But maybe not. I'm not quite crazy enough to make myself a guinea pig.
Oh, I see.
You're an odd one, ma'am. If you don't mind me saying, and I don't think it's just the curse.
You flatterer.
And then she looks at the camera and goes,
Hi, Poggy.
"Oh, dude, the fucking Filipino jokes last night with that too. Those are some good times. Those are some good times." As for what we do next, first of all, I think you should stay indoors. Try not to do anything spontaneous or outside of your normal routine. Right then, have you decided what you want me to be working on?
The Swagapino.
So we can either work on trying to steal something to resurrect my son, or we can investigate the kidnapping. And I think I want to investigate the kidnapping. Well, that's gonna lead to a dead end, but we're gonna have to go and find the teacher because the teacher's. Well, See, well, okay. Look, if we investigate the kidnapping, we might be able to find the killer. We kill the killer, and and then we do the right. We get our son back. Boom. Boom, boom. Hoo, hoo ha. The world works. Or we can work on the right. Bring back our son. The kidnapper sees that Shuichi's alive, and then just kidnaps the kid again, right? You know. So I think we'll investigate the kidnapping.
Finally. Finally, I have a lead. I need to know what happened to my son.
Your wish is my command, ma'am. I'll focus all my efforts on looking into the kidnapping.
Although, something just occurred to me. You can't investigate the matter at night, can you? At least until the sun rises. Could you search for the other curse bearers?
Alright, I see how it is. Well, I'd be happy to help. Odds are good that the other curse bearers are also working by night. Anyone they kill under the cover of darkness won't be discovered until sunrise. I bet they'll be trying to do as much as they can before morning comes. So it's settled then. I'll look into the other curse bearers by night. And once the city wakes up and I can start asking questions, I'll investigate the kidnapping as well. I'll even try and find Miss Shiraishi as part of the bargain.
Thank you. That's more than enough.
She's dead! Michio's dead! Now then. Oyasumi. I should get to work. There's only so much time before sunrise. I'll call you if I find anything new. You stay here and keep a lookout.
All right.
There's no telling what kind of curses you might find out there on the streets tonight. Don't go outside if you can't help it, and try to be ready for anything.
I will.
Well, if that's all, I should be going. And then this woman's like, oh, never mind. I was gonna be like, and then this woman's like, I ain't gonna listen to this motherfucker. I'm gonna head out. All right, let's hit the good old save. We'll call it a night here with Paranormasight.